Welcome back, YouTube. It is Saiko here, and today we are here with another video. And in today's video, we are doing another 30 teams in 30 days, 30 for 30, whatever the heck you want to call it. And today we are going to be tackling the Cleveland Cavaliers. But like always, before we even get into the video, if you guys could hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. I know that Kevin would love for you to do that. Bad joke, I know, but you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about. Anyways, we're here to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this offseason, the Cavs actually got rid of Isaiah Hartenstein and Matthew Dellavedova. They also traded away Larry Nance Jr. for Lauri Markkanen in some strange deal, which I still kind of don't understand why. Oh, and they also traded away Ricky Rubio, which is a nice guy to have in that backcourt for those younger guys. They also ended up giving Jarrett Allen a max contract, which, yo, young fella, you got your bag. And I'm actually a big fan of that signing. And they also added a bunch of guys whose names I just don't even really know. I don't know if they're really even going to get any playing time. Oh, they also have Taco Fall. Love you, Taco. They also drafted Evan Mobley out of USC, and despite the fact that he was a top 3 pick, I don't actually think he's going to begin the season in the starting lineup. But if I did have to give a starting lineup for this team, I feel like it would be something around the lines of Darius Garland at the 1, Colin Sexton at the 2, Isaac Okoro at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, and Jarrett Allen at the 5. Darius Garland is a guy that I actually really like. If you guys are interested in buying stock in Darius Garland, I would say do it before this season starts. He made a jump in like every category from his rookie to his sophomore year, and I don't think that's gonna stop. I think he's gonna keep growing and growing, especially this year. Also, Steph Curry really likes Darius Garland, so Steph Curry also bought stock in him as well. So I think that's another reason why I say to buy stock in him, because if anyone is gonna talk about a player, I feel like Steph Curry, for him to compliment Darius Garland like that, gives him a lot of credit, man. Last year, Colin Sexton went out there and showed that he could be a legitimate certified bucket. He was the Cavs' leading scorer with averaging 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he shot it pretty efficiently as well, having shot like 47% from the field and like 37% from 3, which is actually a career low. But I mean, 37% from 3 being career low is kind of out of this world, dude. I think the Cavs front office sees him as a valuable scorer, and I think that he's gonna get paid in this offseason. Or if his trade value is at an all-time high during the middle of the season, they might decide to trade him. I don't really know. They might just try to retool this team, even though they're still technically rebuilding. And that's honestly like the biggest question I have for this team. Do they want to keep the Damon CJ of the East, Sexland, whatever the heck you want to call them, together? Or is Colin Sexton gonna just really prove how good of a scorer he is and get his ass shipped somewhere else so they don't have to pay him? I'm looking for Isaac Okoro to really take another step in his offensive production, because last year towards the end of the season, if you look at his I'd say last 12 games, the kid was scoring in double digits throughout every game that he was playing, with the exception of one, and he was doing that on pretty decent efficiency. I think he majority of the time shot above 50% for most of those games. I think the goal that I have in mind for him when I see him next year is to average around 12 points and play solid defense like he did last year. I don't expect his defensive numbers or just his defensive production to go down. I just want the offensive production to go up, or at least be in the early double digits. Like I said earlier, I don't think Evan Mobley is going to be a starter to begin the season. That spot is probably going to be reserved for Kevin Love, but I do feel like Kevin Love is probably going to get injured like he does every year, so Evan Mobley will probably end up sliding to the 4, and Kevin Love is just going to be out. Not out of Cleveland, but he's just going to be out of the lineup, and they're probably just going to have Mobley be the main starter at that point. Mobley showed in the Summer League that he's actually a pretty versatile defender, and he's also a pretty good passer, which is something that Love, I mean, yeah, Love is a great passer, but he's not an amazing defender, and I think Mobley really brings that. He's kind of like a Bam Adebayo, I guess you could say. But it wouldn't surprise me if Kevin Love gets injured early on in the year and Evan Mobley ends up sliding to the 4. Kevin Love even got injured during the Olympics, and who knows, maybe that injury carries over and Mobley is actually the starting power forward to start the season. And since I was talking about Kevin Love, I know that he doesn't want to buy out with Cleveland, but I think everyone kind of wants Cleveland to buy him out. I think that the Cavs traded for Lauri Markkanen because they kind of wanted this Kevin Love replacement, because if you think about it, they kind of almost do the same thing, or at least I think they want Lauri to play rookie and sophomore year Lauri Markkanen did. Maybe Lauri can go back to averaging 9 rebounds if he pretty much becomes the backup power forward instead of Love, if Love gets injured at least. Jarrett Allen got paid a bag in this summer, and I love everything about it. Like I said earlier, he was really the one piece in that James Harden trade that I was like, damn, I really don't think the Nets should have given him up. The guy is literally a defensive monster. He is actually what the Nets are missing right now, but obviously he's on the Cavs, and with that contract that he signed, I know that he's going to be the starting center there for a pretty long time. As for the guys on the bench, you have guys like Jetty Osman, Ricky Rubio, who's probably going to be a good mentor for that young backcourt and play defense when they can't because they're tiny as hell. And I hope that Dylan Windler can actually get a few more reps this year, because he only played about 30 games last year and he wasn't amazing, but I hope that he gets more reps and that continues to kind of translate into him being able to be maybe like a backup 2 or something like that. They also have Dean Wade, who could probably be some sort of secret backup 4 that no one really expects. He shot about 3 threes a game and shot 36%, so they might want to play him out in the perimeter if Lowry and Love get cold. With a solid backcourt and a questionable frontcourt, as much as I like Sexland, I still see them at the bottom of the league. Like, maybe if they had a second wing that could pretty much score really well, not that Isaac Okoro is bad, but like a guy who could average about 15 points, and then you have Isaac Okoro off the bench averaging about like the 12 points that I said he would. I actually do think that they could be good in the conference, but I just think that every team that was above them last year is still better than they are this year. I think that if this team had a true third scorer that could average about 15 and can stay healthy, I think they could actually make the play-in, but I don't really see that happening. I also think that a lot of the teams that were above them in the conference last year are still good this year and are still going to be better than them this year. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more content. I will catch you guys tomorrow for our next video in our 30 for 30 series focusing on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bye, guys.